Welcome to Signals and System tutorial. Here I am going to start Fourier transform. First see what are the topics that we are going to cover. First we will see basic definition of Fourier transform. So here we will see what is the basic formula which is used to transform a time domain signal to frequency domain signal, and then we will see the development of Fourier transform. So that means how this basic definition, basic formula is derived from Fourier series, that we will see. And then we will see the properties. Around 10 properties are there, and we will see that all properties. After that we will see Fourier transform of different signals. Means we are having different signals. Take one by one and apply the basic definition, basic definition of Fourier transform, and observe what is that in frequency domain. And then we will take a Fourier transform of impulse function. Take the impulse function and apply the Fourier transform formula and see what we get. And similarly take the signum function and apply the basic definition of Fourier transform and see what we get. Finally we will discuss introduction to Hilbert transform. Now coming to the definition of Fourier transform. Fourier transform is mathematical tool used to transform non-periodic continuous time signal from time domain to frequency domain. Now we know signal means content information. It may be periodic signal or non-periodic signals. Periodic signals means the shape will repeat a particular integral. After a particular integral, the same shape will repeat. See in this diagram. So here this is the shape. Again this shape is repeating after the interval t. The same shape is repeating here, we can see. So that's why this is called periodic signals. If you go for non-periodic signals, here there is no a particular shape which will repeat after a particular interval of time. So Fourier transform is used to transform such non-periodic signals from time domain to frequency domain. So now what is nothing but a time domain and frequency domain? See, signal, you can view the signal in time domain. So if you view the signal in time domain, how it looks? See, this is the pictorial graphical representation. In time domain, signal is viewed as x-axis is taken as time, y-axis is taken as amplitude. So if you view the same signal in frequency domain, that will looks like x-axis here in frequency domain, x-axis is frequency, y-axis is amplitude. Okay, so if you transform the time domain signal in frequency domain, it will looks like this. Is it okay? Now what is the need of transforming a signal from time domain to frequency domain? See here, one thing we have to put our mind. So signal will be as it is. We doesn't change any modification in signal. Just we are viewing the signal in different angles. So what is the reason of transforming from time domain to frequency domain? So the simple answer is that, so in frequency domain we can analyze and get the result easily. That's why we transform a signal from time domain to frequency domain. Now how will you transform using Fourier transform? For this one, see, take x of t, that's we are having x of t, multiply it with e power j omega t and integrate it with minus infinity to plus infinity, integrate with respect to dt. Then we get frequency domain signal x of j omega, here e power minus j omega t. So this is the basic definition of Fourier transform. We will do a simple problem in this by using this basic definition. Now let us do a simple problem using the definition of Fourier transform. Determine the Fourier transform of rectangular pulse shown. Here a rectangular pulse is given. It is a non-periodic. See here a particular shape is not repeating. So we will use the basic definition to transform this time domain signal into frequency domain. First we have to write the mathematical equation for this given signal. So what is the signal? X of t. This x of t value is 1. See here this x of t value is 1 from minus t to plus t. For t is equals to minus t to plus t. This x of t e value is 0 otherwise. See this x of t value to the left of this minus t is 0, to the right of plus t is 0. Now we will use the basic definition of Fourier transform. What is the basic definition? So x of t e power minus j omega t integral of minus infinity to plus infinity dt. This is the basic definition. So now here signal value is only present from minus t to plus t and that value is 1 e power minus j omega t dt. We can apply the basic definition, basic formula of integration. E power ax dx is equals to e power ax by a. So e power minus j omega t by minus j omega, limits minus t to plus t. That is equals to upper limit minus lower limit e power minus j omega t by minus j omega. This is upper limit minus lower limit, minus of minus plus e power j omega t by minus j omega. Now this minus and this minus becomes plus. Then we can write 1 by j omega. I am bringing out common. Then e power j omega t minus e power minus j omega t. So we know a formula in trigonometry. Sin theta we can write like this: e power j theta minus e power minus j theta by 2j. We can compare this equation with this. It is very similar. This is 2j. These two, this one and this one are similar, so we can write like this: 1 by j omega e power j omega t minus e power minus j omega t by 2j. I am dividing with 2j, so multiplying with 2j. Now this one we can write by with this formula, sine omega t. This one we can write sine omega t sine omega t, and here omega cancel, j cancel. Then here what is the remaining? 2 by omega 2. I can write omega here, 2 by omega. We also know another equation, sine theta by theta. We can write this is the sinc function, SIN sinc theta. See here, sine theta by theta here not there, so that's why I am writing sine omega t by omega t. That means I am dividing t, that's why I multiply t also to t. This is the sinc function. This one we can write as 2t sine c omega t. This is the signal. This is the Fourier transform of given rectangular time domain signal.